Yes, we need to make sure that the safe passage of vessels is resumed, and the Middle Eastern countries are going to continue to be the critical suppliers of energy products to the global markets. We cannot forecast when that will be resumed, but we just hope that we see an early recovery there.
What will give you confidence?
Safe passage of the vessels and geopolitical stability.
In the meantime, your U.S. gas business is a big driver of earnings at the moment.
Yes.
How are you doing there?
At the moment, it's doing as planned, perhaps a little bit above our plan. We do have investment in shale gas itself. We also have investment in the liquefaction facilities. So it uses U.S. natural gas converted into LNG. We also have chemical plants that convert the natural gas into gas chemicals, such as methanol and ammonia. And we have dedicated vessels lined up for the export part of these molecules and also for LNG. So it's a long supply chain, and it starts from the natural gas produced in North America.
Is your business there enough, or do you have more plans for expansion?
Always looking for expansion opportunities, yes.
In what sectors and where?
In LNG, and also for the gas chemicals that I talked about. We are working on a ammonia project. The sequesters its carbon emissions, so it's a clean ammonia. That's another project that we're working on in the United States.
How big is your U.S. business compared to the rest of your of Mitsui, and what's the plan of expansion?
The U.S. business represents more than a quarter of our net earnings at the moment, and our policy is our plan is to expand it further.
How has the war in Iran and various geopolitical flashpoints around the world in recent years perhaps changed the global energy dynamics, when a lot of these issues, such as sanctions, perhaps are being put on the back burner because the world desperately needs fuel?
The world desperately needs fuel, and the world needs to have more production sites that are reliable and competitive. So this is now an equation of trying to add more sources. And the Middle Eastern sources will continue to be very important. I think it will continue to be critical to the global supply. And with this with the situation in Iran at the moment, the long-term supply-demand situation will tighten. That means that we need to have various projects that are in the works now to be completed, so that the energy industry can continue to meet the rising demand for energy.
Which is why you're traveling so much. I mean, before we started this conversation, you were telling me you're going to Australia, you're going to Latin America, Europe, so forth. So where are you diversifying?
Yes, we're diversifying into all parts of the world. For our LNG business, of course, Middle East, North America, Australia, and Africa as well.
What are the bright spots for your business?
The bright spot for our business is that for energy, there's a clear demand for growth. With the advent of data centers and the necessary energy for compute, clean, affordable, and sustainable energy is really key. In order to make that happen, we need to be part of good projects that have a lot of quality reserves. So we're fortunate to be in such situations in some of our assets. So I think we're in the right direction.
Because of the need for these power-hungry data centers, perhaps, as you mentioned, the advent of artificial intelligence, we are seeing some governments also trying to rein in these exports, like Australia when it comes to gas from 2027. Do you expect more governments to try to keep their energy security within their borders, and what would that mean for Mitsui?
I think the governments, most governments, are very true to the commitments they made to the global markets, so for their export permits and for their export activities. And I think it's also natural that the players are mindful of domestic demand as well. Mitsui in Australia works on both ends. We We also develop gas for Australian domestic use, and also we export gas for LNG. So I think for us, we like this balanced approach.